Hi, how y'all doing? Thirsty. Today is May 15th, 2024. It is Wednesday. Here in Ontario, Canada, the sky was blue in the rise, but I looked out about an hour, 2 hours after I woke up, and there was this white line through the sky, and it was expansive. It was poofy. Went from east to west. I didn't see the plane or anything, or whatever it was, right? But yeah, it seeded the clouds, and the clouds came, but it hasn't rained. It's just cloudy out. But the weather app says it's mostly sunny, right? So I guess they're doing stuff up there if they needed to cloud up the sky today, so we wouldn't see them. Cowards. But yeah, today the Schuman is at 66, so up 20 points from yesterday. Pretty good, because my body isn't having very many icky sensations today, right? I thought that was different. I had a dream. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the rise to go to the bathroom, and I was so tired I couldn't keep my eyes open, so I laid back down, and I had a dream. I woke up, it was almost 8, and the only part of the dream I remember is I was at a park. I was parked in the truck at a park, facing it, right? And I don't know what I was doing there. I was just sitting there. I can't remember what I was doing. And all of a sudden, to the left of me, comes this most prettiest, weirdest looking bird I've ever seen. I've never seen this bird, okay? It was like pink and neon green and neon blue and neon yellow, right? And it was just hovering. It was fairly large, about the size of a... And the wings weren't out either, right? And it was just kind of hovering beside my window. And this Asian woman, I think she was Asian, she walked up and she put her hand under it, and it just stayed there, right? And she was like, "Isn't this a beautiful bird? Like, have you ever seen anything like this?" And it was really pretty. And I looked down, and there was another bird. She was like, "Oh, there's another bird." And it was a big bird, and it was like a peacock, but the colors were wrong, and it had its tail down. It was black and gold and brown, but the tail had the green and the blue in it, stuff like that, right? And I was like, that's amazing. Like, I've never seen these birds before here, right? And we were talking, but the weird thing is that my window in the vehicle was up, and we weren't talking. We were using telepathy, right? And we were talking to each other, and she was awake to the realm. She knew like me what was going on, right? And all of a sudden I said to her, we both agreed, this all ends with one word. Everybody needs to hear this one word. And that's when I woke up. So I don't know what that word is. I'll have to ask my ancestors to bring it to me when I dream tonight, see if that works, right? Yeah, but it was a nice dream. I woke up and I felt really good, right? And yeah, I had a shower, sat here, and then I got indecisive. I wasn't sure. I wanted to go to the grocery store, but I didn't want to go to but I didn't know what time I wanted to go to the grocery store, right? And I kept on being like hemming and hawing, and then finally, shortly after 11, I was like, okay, and I just got dressed, or put my shoes on and stuff, got my shit together, and went to the grocery store. So that was different. I don't usually feel that way, the way I felt about it today. And then there was a lady in line behind me at the cash register, and the man asked me, that was checking me out, right? do you have a points card? And I said, no, I don't use track. And he said, oh, okay. And then he run my bill through, and the lady behind me, I turned and looked at her, and I said, do you want my points? And she was like, really? Do you mean, like, for your points? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, sure. I said, do you have a points card? She goes, yeah. I said, okay. I said, give her my points. So the cash register guy, right? He's like, okay. She gave him her card, right? And I said, I didn't know you could do this until I had a woman that worked in here, I believe, right? She told me. And I said, so from now on, like I asked the man first, the cashier, if he wanted my points. He said no. So I turned and asked the lady. She went, yeah, sure. And she was like, oh, thanks so much. And she started telling me how many points she had and stuff. And I said, well, now you have more, right? I said, I just don't use tracking, that's all, right? Because they track what you buy and everything, where you go. And so I'm going to make it difficult for them, right? As difficult as I can, because I don't want to be tracked by the man, by the machine, right? Yeah. So I thought that was different. What was the other thing? Darn it. Oh, I was listening to a tarot card reader today too, and AI has stolen her YouTube channel and made another YouTube channel. It's just copying her shit, rearranging it a little bit, and putting it out, right? And so she was talking about that, and she was like, if you're listening to AI, anything AI, this is not the time for that. That it doesn't have a soul, right? It's not of a higher vibration, so why would you bother, you know? And I even thought to myself, every time I've watched a YouTube channel or anything like that, or like an advertisement on YouTube and it's AI, it annoys me. I do not enjoy it at all, right? I don't. It's just, I could tell in the voice, you know? It doesn't have any emotion to it at all. If it does, it's so faked. You see? I've always been able to tell fake people. So listen to a AI doing a human voice, it's fake to me. I can tell, and it annoys me. So, weird, right? Yeah. Other than that, I heard 8 sirens today. When I came back from the grocery store, there was somebody down at the crosswalk, right? And people standing around them. So, a lot of people are becoming extinct. The extinction event happens. I was listening to a couple of people on YouTube and trying to explain how this works, right? It is like all things that are GMO'd or spliced together. Like cows are not organic, right? Uh, so many other things. They have a thing called the Franken rooster, right? It's chickens that are mass produced and sold all over the world. All these different things are going to stop. They're not going to be able to survive. And like people, the clones and stuff like that are that type too, right? So they said the sun coming down this summer is going to have so many strong codes in it, and it's going to be so bright that you're going to see people walking around with more hats on, glasses, full clothing, because they can't handle the sun codes. So this is how you know who's a clone, right? There's a few people I've been watching the last year walking past, and on really nice days they're fully clothed, right? With a hat, glasses, everything. So we shall see how often I keep seeing these people. So yeah, I imagine GMO crops won't be able to grow either, because they won't be able to handle it. Same as I was watching a thing about all the alien shit, right? That the government's even training kids in the United States and stuff, what to do in case of an alien invasion and stuff like this, right? To bring on the fake alien invasion, you know? And, but what I know is that the aliens, the real ETs, the higher dimension ones, aren't going to allow an alien invasion because they don't want us scared for when they come, you know? And a fake alien invasion by the govs would just scare too many people, because a lot of these people, right, are under the fear of religion. So be scared, you know? For me, it's not scary at all, because I know they're of higher vibration, so they will not invoke fear. Yeah, that's what works for me. So everybody looks at this as a scary time. I don't. I look at it as a good time, because everything's getting better. You're just not seeing it. The rules are changing, everything, but you're not seeing it, right? My daughter, my granddaughter's what, 5? And my daughter phoned me today. She did a FaceTime, complaining because she can't get a birth certificate for her because the hospital keeps on fucking up, and now they're not answering her calls or her emails, and it's been months and months, right? There's a reason for everything. Everything happens for a reason, right? She just, yeah. I didn't talk to her long because I was in the truck on my way to the grocery store. So that's all I got out of her. I said, I wish Opal wasn't in school. I wish you were here and I could look after her. And you could go to work every day of your life if you wanted to. Alright? But she was like, yeah, I know, Mom. You know? Yeah, I could teach her. I taught 6 of them. So yeah. Alright. I had a nap today too. I laid down from 1 to 3. I just got really tired. It's the energy, right? Yes, the last 2 days my ears were ringing quite loud and steady, and today it's quietened. It's not so bad. It's still ringing, but not like it has been. And my body, my pain body, or sensation body, whatever, icky sensation part, after I got a comment from one of somebody, a woman I believe, that watched my YouTube channel the other day, or video, whatever, excuse me, she said the left side of the body was, she believed, the emotion holding the trauma, emotional trauma. Sorry, I don't know, so I'm not sorry. I apologize. Emotional trauma. We hold it in the left side of our body. And I was thinking, that makes sense, because my ancestors, the melanated ones on my mother's side of the family, went through a lot of trauma, right? Even they were known as free slaves, and you should see what they did to them back then. It was horrible. They weren't slaves or prisoners of war, but the narrative says they're slaves, right? So yeah, and there was trauma on my father's side as well. And I've been traumatized ever since I was little, you know, young. So I put my hands over my womb and I asked the ancestors and source, the universe, my higher self, to take away the trauma, release the trauma, right? And today I'm not in so much pain. So I'm going to keep doing this and see how it works. Same as last night, I was doing pretty good. And I forgot, I was watching this little video, and it was about this woman that knows she had fruit flies getting around her house, so she's learned about the spiritual meaning of them. And it said that they were monitoring spirits. And then I remembered something else about when you're doing like this, when you're making videos and stuff and it's spiritual or whatever, should always cleanse your area because of monitoring spirits, right? So I was thinking, okay, last night after I made a video, it was about an hour, my body started cramping up, so I got my sage, right, my white sage, and I set it on fire. I lit it up and let it burn for a little bit, and the pain went away. And I did it before I went to bed last night too. Right? Yeah. and it's not so bad today, and the Schuman's higher. So, I'm going to do it again today, because we are in a spiritual conflict. And, yeah, they got tech. All we got is this phone that's harmful to us. So why not, right? Just make your intention. Clean out all negative energy from your home, your dwelling, right? Right. Okay. We'll see what tomorrow's going to be like. I hope we all get a good sleep. I'm sending you love and joy and good health, okay? I love you all as a consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Bye.